Hello everyone. This time I'm going to show how to use data crawling to extract the traffic information from Google Map so that you know when to leave for a place to avoid the traffic jam. So let's see how it works first. Here we open the Google Map and I just randomly selected two addresses. One is Costco, the other one is Walmart. Assume we want to go to Costco from that Walmart. We just copy paste the address and the other one. And okay, here we go. So here we have the traffic information. We know the recommended route is via FL 436 and the expected time is 41 minutes. However, this information is only for this moment. You might want the information for 2 hours so that you can have a smart decision about the traffic. But definitely we don't want to do that manually. So I'm going to show how to use a program to extract the data for you automatically. And here first, we copy the URL. The URL has the information about the addresses here. So go back to the code and paste the URL here. And then we have interested in the time and the recommended route. Here the web page is very user-friendly, but actually behind it, it uses HTML language to build up the web page. If you go to the source code, you will see something like this. So this is source code, but definitely it's very crazy. We don't want to extract information directly from looking through the code like this. And here we have an easy way. We can just right-click the time and inspect. And here we go. And then right-click it, copy, selector, and just put it here. Similarly, we do the same thing for the route. Right-click, inspect, right-click, copy, selector, and paste it here. And then we are ready to go. And here I set a sampling time, a sampling number for 5 times, which means we will do the data sampling 5 times. And then let's start. You see the program can load the web page by itself. And here just rearrange a little bit more so that we can easily compare the result. Okay. Now we see. So for the first data sampling, we can compare the result with the Google Map here. So via FL436 and time spent is 41 minutes. And also here we have the sampling date and a time for reference. And then around 10 seconds later, we do another data sampling, still for 36 and 41 minutes. And then the third one. So because we just modify everything in around 10 seconds time period, we don't see much change over the information, but that makes sense. And definitely, you can have as many data as you want. And here we just do the data sampling for 5 times as demonstration. So it's done. And we see all the information is printed in the console. And in the code, I also have a data record in the Excel worksheet, traffic record. Let me open that for you. Traffic record. And it's opening. Okay, here we go. So now we see the 5 data sampling. And here is exactly the same information as what we have in the console. So it's here. So as we see for the last data sampling, the route time and sampling date and time are almost the same, are exactly the same. And so here's the data sampling. And actually, I do have a data sampling for 2 hours, which is here. everything's the same, except that we have more data here. As we have more data, we can just draw a graph. Insert a graph to see the trend of the traffic. So now we can see how the time spent is changing over time. So as the Google Map has the accuracy down to 1 minute, so the resolution is 1 minute. That causes the shape of the curve. Does that make sense? And also, definitely you can get some reference from this data sheet, and then you can make some smart decision about the traffic. So let's go back to the code. And so you can see the code is not very long. And for the most parts, you can just understand by reading it. And for the data crawling, I use this package, Selenium. This is very handy. You can almost extract all the information from a web page. And also, I download a web driver, it's the Chrome driver, that can help me to interact with the web pages in the browser, Chrome. And I have listed all the information, where to download packages and how to install them in my GitHub, so feel free to have reference from there. And I do have one thing to focus here is that I do recommend use driver or find element by CS selector. So usually, when you look for information in a web page, you can find element by ID names, class names, and attributes. And in this case, I recommend find element by CSS selector. So in this way, we don't need to go through the source code to get the ID names, class names, and relocate it back to where the information is. So just right click and copy paste the selector. Then you can have everything there. So that's it. And if you have any question, just make comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.